individuals.
Yeah, we started the I started a list back in June, I want to say. People started signing up on the list, and as we went down through the list, we were somewhere in the ballpark of 70 to 80 cords that has gone out.
Any amount left?
Oh yeah, we still have. We've been taking so much out, I have kind of lost track of exactly what's out on the lot, but we had over 80 cords on the lot, and we've taken out a couple rows of that, so still doing good. The rest of it, a good portion of what's left will be for the campfire wood business. And we still do have logs on the landing that we bought in that we'll be processing up for next fall also. We mounted a lighting system on the back of the new sander. The new sander that we've got, which has been working excellent, didn't have a lighting system back there, so when we were sanding at night, it was hard to see how much sand you were putting down until you came back around. So we were able to rig up a light that was able to shine down there to show us, give us a visual when the sand was coming out and how much was coming out. And then we also built some, on the rainy days, we built some shelves in the shop. This year I'd like to grow our own tomato plants instead of purchasing the tomato plants. I've grown them in the past at other jobs that I worked at. Here we've purchased them, and both times I've purchased them from separate places, and I haven't been happy with what I've got. Not only the quality of the plants, but they were mismarked of the variety once the fruit started bearing. It was different than what I expected to buy. So this year I've decided that slowly but surely we would try to grow our own, so we know what we're doing or what we're getting. So we had some lumber kicking around, various sawmill projects that have been done out here, and we just took that and assembled and made some shelving that we're gonna.
You got lighting for it?
Yep, we've got some lighting fixtures and some grow lights that we'll put on there. I don't have any heat mats this year. A lot of people recommend that, but I'm just gonna try to go with the lights for this year and see how it works, and then we can always add on slowly in the future if we find that it's needed.
You gonna do more than just tomatoes?
We do tomatoes and the corn. We started our corn inside and then transplanted it outside because that new SH2 variety corn likes a higher soil temperature to germinate. That worked out well last year, so that's the two we're going to do for sure. And we may experiment, depending on how much room we have, with some cauliflower, broccoli, some things.
How about
like
pumpkins?
We don't have a problem with starting those in the garden.
Okay.
So we're going to continue to, anything that we can continue to do with seed is a lot less labor intensive to do with the seed direct. So.
Sounds good. Anybody have any questions? The new truck working okay?
Yes. Yep. We went and got the government plate for it, got it all registered. I believe earlier this week, Kathy Gary got the title in. So we've gotten all that stuff straightened out. The sanding has worked well with it. It's nice to have it. It's nice to ride around without having my feet dragging out below me. So it's worked out good.
Good. You have a question?
No.
You have any question?
No, it has nothing to do with this. I do have to speak on something.
Damon?
I just wondered if Will might need a Humvee for any reason. Because we're going to have a couple on the county.
It's a Hummer, it's not a Humvee.
Hummer.
Hummer.
I believe that would be up to the commissioners on that. I don't want to comment. It's not my department.
Good point. Okay. Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Yeah?
I mean, I appreciate that Will's starting from seed, but one of the things is if that's something we're looking at, and the county in the past has bought seedlings. I know 3 different people that have created high tunnels on their property trying to raise a little income, and that's just in the area I live in, so in the county. Is there any possibility of looking around at various garden centers that if you provided the seeds and stuff that you wanted started, some, if you were buying them from somebody else before, right, is there some way that some of that could be given to some of these people that are trying to do a little agricultural work on their land? Sort of ties the populace in with the county a bit. Just something to explore as a concept.
Yeah, I know when I was an ag person, some of these homegrown, trying to get the extra income, we came up with club root on cabbage that came from a place that had not sterilized their soil.
Okay.
So that's the thing, and if he's going to experiment with doing it here, we'll see how it works out.
And the other thing is we're not talking about large quantities. I only do
okay.
two to three flats of tomatoes.
Oh, all right.
So we're not talking about huge amounts to really make it worth someone's while to do that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You have a question, please?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I just realized something, and I really have to put this out. We just approved the minutes as corrected. We can't approve those minutes. They're not finished. We had adjourned that meeting until Monday when we made the motion on the vote. And it's not in the minutes.
What do you say? We adjourned the meeting till Monday, till we made the
We
vote?
didn't adjourn that?
I don't think we
I
did.
mean, the email was sent on Saturday, so how do
Okay.
we know and adjourn it on Wednesday
no,
for taking a
no.
vote on Monday?
No, we
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
No, we didn't adjourn the
Fine.
meeting.
I'll just
Fine.
make,
The meeting was not
It
adjourned.
said adjourn, huh?
No,
it wasn't adjourned.
no, it was not.
Okay.
You didn't put it in there.
All right, I just want to
It
make sure
said
we
the
had done
meeting
it.
was adjourned at 10:56,
I did.
because it was adjourned.
Okay. Just want to make sure we did it correctly, that's all.
Wow,
It said it was adjourned,
yeah.
it is adjourned.
It was adjourned?
Yeah, it said in
Oh,
the
I
minutes.
guess I don't remember it.
The
Okay.
minutes are fine. It is-
Okay,
It is adjourned at 10:56, that was the time.
all right.
Yes.
Stand
I can look at-
corrected, you're
I can
right.
look at the time,
You're right.
if I have it here.
Okay.
It was
Two
adjourned.
voted.
Sorry about that.
I want to make sure
Okay.
that it's done properly, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah, it is actually, I have 11:19, but, okay, what does it say?
Okay, Sandy, good morning.
Good morning. Our census today is 103. We have 22 private pay residents, 7 Medicare or skilled residents, 7 pending Medicaid, and 67 return Medicaid. I was apprised yesterday of a House Health Committee meeting and a vote 8-7 to recommend House Bill 1197 not to legislate. And I've attached Betsy Miller's comments, and basically what this bill would direct Department of Health and Human Services in doing is to exempt some facilities from paying the bed tax. That would deeply impact the county, Carroll County and other counties, and decrease our MQIP revenue. For example, and I wrote on your just report, in 2011, our MQIP expense, what we paid out was $442,652.90, and what we received as our MQIP monies was $1,198,298. So there is a huge impact as far as if when it goes to the floor, if things change. But again, we need to watch it closely. And I ask that we also make sure that our state reps understand the implications of this bill. Question,
Is
follow
that
up.
something, Damon, you ought to be aware of?
I'm not sure if it's inexpedient to legislate. It doesn't sound like it's going to go anywhere.
That's where it is right now. So I don't know if it will go to the floor or not.
Can you email that to me later?
I'll give you a copy.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
And same is true for Melissa, if you get another copy. Yeah.
And my other is to follow up, there has been some question in regard to the overtime and how much of it is FMLA involvement. And again, this is a manual computation. Roughly, it's 6,400 hours. And I will go back through that. Robin has been helping me with this. And I will actually look at that financial piece. But if you put it into perspective, for an employee that works 40 hours a week, full-time, that's 2,080 hours. So we're looking at over 3 FTEs of hours to fulfill our FMLA requirement, and that's paid in overtime. So I will again look at it as far as the monies that would be balanced off on our overtime. But it's a large.
It came up Monday, and I'm just letting you know about it, that Representative Steve Schmidt from Wolfboro was suggesting that anything over 5% increase be detailed in the line item. So if you go back through your line items, anything over 5%, detail it as to where it's going to be spent. And that will come up. I'm just sort of giving you a heads up that be ready for it
That'd be
if
fine.
it does come. You've had a subcommittee meeting already,
We had one prior, in December, end of December.
and how did that go?
It was a good meeting. We had questions. They were waiting for the final numbers.
Okay.
And the areas, obviously, which will need further discussion have to do with the heating expense,
Yeah.
which involve the pellet boiler,
Yeah.
because of using propane. The electrical expense was another issue.
Mm-hmm.
And those were the higher of the priority issues that were discussed, that had been
Okay.
discussed.
Okay.
I don't understand why you asked how did it go, because you attended that subcommittee meeting.
Well, I had to leave, so I don't know what happened at the end of it, as to what the results were. Yeah. You're aware that Hale's location,
And
we don't
how-
have any idea who's going to be there,
So
how
we
many
don't know
gonna
the
be there.
numbers.
Be nice if we had some coffee available, but
Okay.
it's at 1 o'clock. And if you had, and again, I don't know how many people are going to be there, but if you had 2 or 3 people lined up that could take them on a tour of the facility, it'd be great.
Okay.
Okay?
Do we need the microphones, do you think, or no?
No, I don't think so. We just set it up so that all the chairs are up close to where we're going to be. Okay? Thank you.
Yeah, I have something to say.
Sure. Questions?
I received a card, a thank you note card from an employee from the nursing home. She was thanking about the day about the employee recognition. I didn't know there was an employee recognition going on. It was a meeting here on Tuesday about the budget wrap-up. And I heard Commissioner Solomon saying she was coming the next day. She said it to Commissioner Sorensen. She's coming here, and I asked, why are you coming here? And she said it was an employee recognition. I had already appointments scheduled for Wednesdays, so I couldn't cancel my appointments anymore, so I was not here. But in the future, I like to be notified if there is an employee recognition, so I can attend.
I understand what you're saying, if you were unaware. That is not only a nursing home recognition, that's an county-wide recognition.
That's right.
And that is done with all of the department heads and HR. So I'll
So
make,
everyone was there? You mean it is for, I thought it was for the nursing home
No.
only.
No.
no,
It was for
it was held at the nursing home,
Right.
Commissioner Kenny.
So it was not so long ago?
It
It was a
was-
couple weeks ago?
It was in December, prior to Christmas. I think it may have been the 11th of December.
Oh, okay, I didn't get
But
any
again, I
notice.
will forward your information. I apologize for everyone, but just so you understand that it is not, that is
No,
not.
it is not for the nurse. Oh,
No,
okay.
okay,
I thought it was in a nursing, I thought
It
it
just
was
so happened,
only
though,
for
that-
the nursing home.
That only nursing home people showed up.
That's correct.
That's true. But there were awards there for Sheriff's Department, corrections. I can't think of any of the others, but they didn't show up. So,
And I'm happy to hear that a thank you note was received as well.
Yeah, I got a thank you note, but I thought I didn't attend. but
I didn't get a thank you.
I didn't get a thank you.
How come you did?
I know, and I didn't attend, so.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. Anything else?
I think that's
Point of
it.
order,
Yes.
just to clarify things for the media and our friend from YouTube. And I appreciate the need to use acronyms from time to time, but FMLA stands for the Family Medical Leave Act, and FTE is a full-time employee.
Equivalent.
So it's,
Full-time employee equivalent, yeah. Yeah.
I have to concur. I hate those acronyms.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know what Kathy Gary.
Can we have Kathy Gary, business office?
Okay, you want to call her on the phone?